Today, we're going to talk a little bit about some of my favorite four low baseline underneath out of bounds plays. Ran several of these when I was an assistant coach at Bob Jones University in South Carolina. But just a great set, a great series of plays you can run that kind of set each other up throughout a game. So, over the course of the game, typically you maybe get 5 to 7 baseline underneath out of bounds. And you'll have several opportunities to score, and especially if a team's playing man-to-man, switching doesn't really matter what it is, but you'll have several opportunities to score and set each other up. So most of these plays were taken from guys like Bill Self at Kansas, Rick Byrd when he was at Belmont, and Casey Alexander when he was at Lipscomb. So let's take a look, and I'll show you a few of these plays. This first one is just a simple high-low action. Notice the key to all these sets, and you'll kind of see, is how that strong side big pops out straight up the lane line to the 3-point line. And we do that on several of these, whether he gets the ball or not. It's just kind of a setup move. But that's just a simple high-low action. Here we pop it out to the big, reverse the ball, and the inbounder steps right in and sets a screen, a little baseline screen for the corner shooter. Typically, we have our two guard in that strong side corner. But as you can see on that ball reversal, inbounder steps in, sets a little screen, and we get some easy layups. And the key to this is the defense gets accustomed to seeing the ball inbounded a certain way, and they start defending it a certain way. And I think it sets up some of these actions. So after we do this a few times, you can see we have the same type of deal, inbound it. But now instead of setting the screen with the inbounder, we have the inbounder run off of a floppy action. And it's one way just to set up a new play. Here we do the same thing. Okay, we set the screen with the inbounder, but then we immediately go in and set a pin down, screen the screener action, get a lot of good looks there. Probably one of my favorite plays now is, instead of shooting it up to the big there, we have the big fake it, and then he goes and sets a screen, little pin down screen for that corner shooter, and we inbound it, same area of the floor, but to a different player, and that guard comes right off of a ball screen. And so teams are going to start to defend this a certain way. Inbounder now comes off that pin down, easy look. And all this is just setting up more and more plays. And this is probably my favorite one that worked time and time again, is now they jump that. They think it's going to come in for a ball screen, but instead we screen, rescreen, send that shooter right back to the corner. And I can't even tell you how many times we got this look. It helps to have a really good shooter. Obviously, in this case, Marshall was one of the best shooters in the country, and he was able to get this look several times and bury it. Once the defense starts to get smart, they start to jump that or switch it. But as soon as they bite, now we just slip that screener right to the rim. And so they're playing shot, playing the screen, rescreen. And as soon as they do that, they bite, we slip that guy right to the rim. Now we have easy layups. You'll see it here again, screen, rescreen, slip. And we clear that weak side guard out, just get him out of the paint, take his defender out of the way of the rim, so we have easy shots. And then once you do that, there's just several reads. So now we can screen for the big. Instead of him going to set a screen, rescreen, he can go right to the rim. We can pop the screener. And obviously, these reads, you got to have some IQ, and the guys need to see this, but we run these so many times, and it's the same ones over and over. And the thing I love about this series is that they just have all kinds of different options, and they work time and time again.